stand by for an announcement from the National Weather Service. National Weather Service issued a flash flood warning for central and western Lycoming County. Flash flood warning until 03:30 due to thunderstorms. Message complete, number 34, 0144.
We're gonna get in it here soon.
Station 15. Station 15, guys. Okay, we're just backing it for them when they're available.
Speak up, my goodness. No one can hear you. Hi folks, Storm Chaser Eli Roberts live here in eastern Lycoming County, heading towards central Lycoming County, near Lycoming Mall, and flash flood warnings have been issued. As you can see, hopefully on the stream, lightning flashes lighting up the sky as these thunderstorms are moving southwest to northeast and training over the same areas. It's about to get loud. Very heavy rain falling. Holy crap. Couldn't see the entrance at all. here. Holy smokes.
Control Lieutenant 15. Control Lieutenant 15. First 16, you can disregard for South Route 15. I'm just going to re-divert you to the 100 block of Ecker Road for wires now. And the 100 block of Ecker Road, head for Challenger for wires now. Lieutenant 15, still on about 15 dash 2, head for Challenger, 100 block of Ecker Road for wires now.
No, not yet. I had 6 other things to do before that. That's right. Okay. It sounds like the firehouse 15 is out of power, so they're having some issues getting out. Okay. County Control Brush 16. Can you guys stop by Station 15? They have a power outage. They're having some issues with their doors. They need another hand or two. Up a little bit. As far as we know, Eckerd Road's a mess, and Fire said something about 973, but and we have brush 15 coming down to you to give them a hand. Okay.
Yeah, trees down everywhere. Quite a few falls. The storms have never been severe. They've been fairly potent, strong, with some real strong wind and mostly some flooding rain, but nothing even remotely strong here. Just extremely strong wind or heavy rain.
Station 3, still on about 45 Bennett Street, Jersey Shore, 1321 Water Street, flooding in the basement, 0200.
Flooded basements in Jersey Shore. That is 41 minutes away. And about 38 minutes now. Head west toward Williamsport and see what we can find.
Okay, the only thing we have is Jackpot as far as wires now. So if it's not bad, it's not bad.
0204.
Down, I'll give you a number here in a minute.
Station 3, still on box 45 Dash Street, Jersey Shore, 1321 Walnut Street for flooding the basement, 0207.
Okay, now 7 degrees.
Available, Brexit responding 70 block route 654 bridge now 0208.
Okay.
That's it, but I believe that was Brush 45 will be responding.
Correct.
0209. Control, Station 3. Control, Station 3.
First pull for you. Go ahead. 1.79. over November 415, 60 foot, we gotta get the second one. They're off the roadway, but they are, taking over the view. Okay, I'll get PP now. For it. 18804 over November 41554. 18804 north 41554.
15.
Stop it here at 973.
Okay, stop me at the Heifer School first.
Not full of water. Okay. Might have been earlier, but not now. Parking lot emptied quick. That's good. Wegmans parking lot sometimes gets full of water too, but they're good. Alright, well, up on the highway, we're gonna head west a little bit.
Four, three, ten. 4-3. Got that part of 976 open. I'm available.
Nancy.
Wow, they were flying.
Okay, 4-3 is open.
More real heavy rain getting ready to move in.
What? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right now, for those of you joining, I am just on the west side of Williamsport, and we've got some training thunderstorms moving through central Pennsylvania. Trees and power lines down across Williamsport, between Williamsport and Jersey Shore, and there's basement flooding and other flooding going on around the Jersey Shore area. I'm on 180, 220 west, 220 south, 180 west, and I'm going to check out maybe some flooding here momentarily. More heavy rain, bright lightning popping off here. All this rain is not associated with Hurricane Idalia, with the hurricane there in Florida. Idalia.
Hey, all right.
Love that. That'll get you all fired up. Loud thunder, too. Darker here than I thought it used to be. Ooh, that's water. Not a lot, though. That's good. That's gravel. It's interesting. There was a lot of gravel on the road. Must have been flooding off the side of the road and onto the highway. Like power's still on here. A couple of houses before we get into more residential area. There are a few houses and the lights are on. Definitely signs of flooding. We are inside a flood warning. And there's more lightning.
include Washington, Jersey Shore, Mill Hall, Eagles, Dutstown, Flemington, Castanea, Sacramento, Waterville, Little Pine State Park, Mackeyville, Cogan Station, Trial Run, Saladansburg, and Washington University. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Be especially cautious at night when it is harder to recognize the dangers of flood. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 3:30 a.m. for the following counties: Clinton and Lycoming. Strong thunderstorms will impact Morgan County through 3 a.m. At 2:26 a.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from 15 miles south of Toronto to 16 miles southwest of Washington to 19 miles north of Wilkesburg.
Good lightning.
Was east at 30 miles
Real good
per hour.
lightning.
Hazard, wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Source, radar indicated. Impact, gusty winds could knock down trees and blow around unsecured objects. Location.
Yeah, they're doing that.
Glen State Park, Shore, LaPorte, Forksville, and Eagles Mare. Outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Very heavy rainfall
come
is also
on.
occurring with these storms and may lead to localized flooding.
All right, special weather statement issued for Sullivan County. So anybody at World's End, anybody at Ricketts Glen, and camping, you need to seek shelter in a substantial or strong building, not a tent. If you have a vehicle at your campsite, that's better than your tent. The campground normally does not flood, but the road can. Getting into the campground there at World's End. Ricketts Glen, you're on top of a hill. So you really don't normally have to worry about flooding unless you're near any of the creeks that go down into the Falls Trail for hiking. Now there's no special weather statement here in Lycoming County, but there is a flood warning. And we are inside the blue or the green polygon for the flood warning. We're not too far from Jersey Shore. And I know it looks very dark, it looks very kind of bland, but I'm on 180 traveling westbound. It's 2:32 a.m. and it is raining like crazy. Keep your eyes open though. Every little bit you'll see a real bright flash of lightning. Alright, the heaviest rain now has moved off to the east. I'm just going to get into Jersey Shore here in about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And we will peruse around, check things out, and then head back east. And it does look like that line of storms now has really ramped up to the south and east of me. And had I just stayed, had I stayed home, I would have, we would have had some good storms. But I normally can't sit my butt still. That's interesting. Of course. I was just right there. Northway Road in Loyalsock, just on the east side of Williamsport, has some trees down. I just drove through that area about 20 minutes ago. Alright, really the rain is all but stopped here. Coming into Jersey Shore, I'm on Main Street here. That sign is super bright. We're up in elevation just a little bit. The Susquehanna River is just on my left side. I can't see it, of course, but we are coming into Jersey Shore, and we'll head down toward some areas that historically get some flooding. Water ponding on the side of the road here. I want to thank everybody who's watching. If you can, put from where you're from down in the comments below. That way I know, you know, this is getting seen all around. All right, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty. A little bit of water there. Pretty lightning. Really don't see any bolts with all the rain coming down and low clouds. Of course, this is Pennsylvania. Unless you get into southeastern Pennsylvania down near Bucks County, Berks County, Lancaster County. We have hills, we have mountains, we have rivers and valleys. So having any kind of a long distance view is few and far between. You can get a good view going, you know, through lengthwise through the valleys, but generally speaking, we have hills and valleys and ridge and valley terrain here. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn it around up here on Schaefer's Lane. Start heading east. Be some very heavy rain moving into eastern part of Lycoming County, northern Montour, all of Northumberland really, and Columbia County, even Sullivan County. So a lot of potential flooding going to be happening here in the next hour or two. No one coming. And again, it's 2:40 here Eastern Standard Time. I am in the Jersey Shore area of western Lycoming County, the largest county in Pennsylvania. And we've got a flash flood, or excuse me, a flood warning that has been issued by the National Weather Service. And that is because of 2 to 3 inch rainfall rates that fell from training thunderstorms. Oh, the frogs are all over the road, my goodness. Without getting into a tree or a power pole, I'm trying to avoid frogs. My goodness. Well, didn't see any flooding on the road up here, so the river hasn't even had time to really absorb all this water yet. Any kind of flooding, you know, with the bigger creeks and streams and tributaries into the Susquehanna, that's going to be later this morning. But I don't see street flooding going on as of now. Again, the heavy rain is off to the east. We're going to go chase that down. I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I know you could be sleeping. There, just a lot of water ponding on the road here, but I do not see flooding. Bright sign, holy smokes, turn it down. Yay, lightning! Alright, back on 180. Heading eastbound. Also 220 northbound. I live in Hughesville, and it said 30 miles. Sit back, relax, And keep your eyes open for lightning off on the in the distance of the sky. I appreciate you clicking on the video. Again, it's nighttime. You're not going to see too much, unfortunately. There's that lightning. But you'll get to see that. Going out that road. That red light off to the left. I've had several different things happen out. I think that's 283 out towards Saladaysburg. I've had a couple of different bad luck things happen out that way, so we're gonna stick to main roads tonight. Kind of critical when it is dark. I mean, it is dark. Heavy rain, lightning flashing, thunderstorms going on, and you've got flooding going on. Stick to the main roads. It's a much better idea than trying to take back roads. And let's be honest, even main roads can have flooding where you should not drive into the water. But this highway is thankfully high enough that, generally speaking, it does not ever have high enough water to worry about. Now would be a good time for a big old bright flash of lightning off in the distance. Nice! Called it! Hope everybody's having a good night. Friends and colleagues are down on the Gulf Coast getting ready for Hurricane Idalia to come into the Big Bend region there in Florida. Ooh, skunk. Man. Yeah, really hoping people heeded the evacuation notices down on the Gulf Coast. The area that the highest storm surge is going to impact is not a good area for people to be stuck in. And storm surge, especially with a hurricane that most likely will be, a high-end Cat 3, potentially a Cat 4, you could have 15 feet of storm surge, and we know last year with Hurricane Ian, 15 feet of storm surge can do an absolute unbelievable amount of damage. And I know some chasers down there, even Reed Timmer was saying he might be repositioning further north just to get out of the way of the worst of the storm surge. He lost Dominator 4 last year in Hurricane Ian, as it was bobbing for sand dollars there in the bay. Had it towed home and took the hood off of it and put it on his new car. But yeah, other colleagues with Livestorms Media are down on the coast as well. You've got people from Ryan Hall. Just a lot of people. Ooh, nice lightning flash. Got flares here. Oh, this is where all the gravel's on the road. Yeah, they put out flares because of that gravel that we drove over here a little bit ago. No flooding here either. That's good. So yeah, thankfully we don't, most likely we will not have to deal with anything related to Hurricane Idalia up here in central Pennsylvania. But everybody down south, God bless you. And not just the storm surge. You know, 12 to 15 feet of storm surge is going to do crazy amounts of damage to roads, to trees, to infrastructure, bridges. You know, you're going to have islands all over the place cut off. So for everybody who stuck around and, you know, wanted to ride out a hurricane thinking it's not going to be bad, you know, and I'm not going to be a person that tells you got to get the hell out no matter what, but anymore these days, there's really no reason to try to ride out a hurricane. Yeah, my prayers are with everybody down there. I know it's you know, today was the last day. If you were not out, you know, and for those people who filled up with gas and they're finding out their engines are pretty much destroyed unless they caught it in time, I guess diesel was mixed with gas. And somehow the gasoline was contaminated in the western coast of Florida, which, I mean, that's got to raise eyebrows for a lot of people. With a natural disaster like a hurricane, you got to get people out, you're doing evacuations, and then somehow the gas in multiple gas stations is contaminated. And diesel in a gasoline engine is not good. So hopefully there's not, you know, miles and miles and miles of vehicles stuck on highways and roads of, you know, with people stuck trying to get out of the evacuation zone where it's going to flood. Yeah, I think a lot of us up here take that kind of stuff for granted. My elevation right now is 535 feet above sea level, so I wouldn't have to ever worry about flooding of any kind as far as hurricane, other than flash flooding and river flooding, which we've had our fair share. Hurricane Agnes, probably one of the most famous. I did see a question pop up. I actually was looking. I am coming into Williamsport, Pennsylvania, on the west side of Williamsport on 180, traveling eastbound. Flash flood and flood warnings have been issued, as well as some special weather statements for some strong thunderstorms here in central PA tonight. So we are heading back east, back to my town, my town that I live in, small town of Hughesville, and they are getting pretty well walloped by heavy rain right now. So we're going to drive back east as safely as we can and watch some of this lightning popping off. If you're joining, thank you so much for clicking on the video. I hope you come back again, and once this stream is over, you get a chance to watch some of the other videos. I've been a storm chaser for 28 years. Chased here in north central Pennsylvania. Chased almost all kinds of severe weather. And if you're new here, drop down below in the comments where you're from. And any questions or comments down below, I will answer each one. I just won't be able to do it until I'm done driving. I'm one of those crazy people that I don't get on and text or do any kind of stuff like that. So it's bad enough I've got it on doing a live stream. But thank you for watching. That was a good one. Yeah, I'm in Williamsport, PA, for those wondering, home of Little League Baseball. Just finished up with the Little League World Series. I'm pretty sure California won, although I don't know for sure.
road, and we'll be available.
30250.
3 a.m. Good morning. Unless you are in Hawaii, Alaska, Guam, or let's see here, any of the American territories out in the Pacific Ocean, or outside of the United States for that matter. It is now officially morning, except for y'all in the Pacific. And that lightning, yo, good stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, with the exception of lightning flashes, folks, enjoy the sweet sounds of rain on the windshield as you drift off to sleep. Hopefully you don't fall asleep yet. There's some lightning. Purdy. Haven't seen a single lightning bolt tonight. It's all been very, some dim flashes because they're either far away or super heavy rain. But most of the flashes have been really bright, which is expected, the light getting diffused through all the raindrops. Alright, we're outside of Williamsport now. We're coming into Montoursville. To the locals, this is the Green Bridge over the Loyalsock Creek. Coming into Montoursville, and Broad Street looks somewhat clear. There is some ponding on the road. Not a lot of ponding though, just kind of the normal amounts with heavy rain. Yeah, at least this section of Montoursville, right along Broad Street, which Broad Street is Main Street, if you will, here in Montoursville, but not seeing any issues as far as flooding. A lot of leaves down. Look at all that. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. A lot of leaves down right there. Nice. Alright, on the east side of Montoursville now, near the cemetery, heading toward Lycoming Mall. And again, not seeing any flooding, except for some general ponding of water on the sides of the road. Love that bright lighting. No flooding there. Alright, coming up on an area that typically always gets water either across the road or has flooding issues, which is one of the reasons why they're doing a lot of construction. Ditches on the side of the road are not full or overflowing, so that's good. Yeah, it looks like really the flood has passed, or it's more to the south and east now. Looking at radar, it does look like pretty heavy rain to the south and east. As this area of storms and heavy rain moves off to the east, it's developing into a nice little line. There's something dead in the road. We have several special weather statements all lined up from the Lewisburg and Sunbury area. All the way up into Harvey's Lake. Possibly get one up in there for a strong thunderstorm. No water down here at the bottom. Tools run is not overflowing, so that's good. At least not across the road. Oh, there was a big lightning bolt off to the right, behind Super Shoes and over at the other side of the mountain toward Muncie. I bet we'll see some more good lightning from over in that direction. Oh, I know you can't hear it on camera. Man, that thunder sounds so good. Alright, no flooding down here. Nope. Just frogs in the road. Lightning's really ramping up. Thanks again for everybody who... Dang, hello. Yahtzee, that was great. Thanks again, everybody, for jumping in and clicking on the video, watching, following along. Some ponding on the ponding of water here on the road, right next to Lycoming Mall. We're gonna take the back road, John Brady Drive, into Muncie, and follow some of this lightning. Still listening to the scanner. It doesn't sound like trees and power lines are going down anymore. Holy smokes. Lightning just going nuts. So it doesn't sound like the wind is an issue at all here. To the south and east, I'm sure it is. Like I said, Selinsgrove, Lewisburg, Sunbury. Those areas right along 11 and 15, and then just to the south of 80 as it cuts across the heart of Pennsylvania. Strong thunderstorm moving through. These storms embedded in the this line are hidden in the real heavy rain. So, you know, even if you were outside looking for a storm, you're not going to see it. You're gonna see lightning flashing, and you're gonna see and hear the heavy rain, and that's really about it. So get indoors, find shelter, and just enjoy the sound of thunder and lightning. Now, granted, if you don't like the sound of thunder and lightning, there's a lot of water right there. You know, these are not your kind of time. So God bless you on that. little water there. Splashing on the bottom of the car. Well, again, I appreciate everybody watching the video. This helps out. Hitting that like button, that is appreciated. Your choice whether you want to subscribe or not. If you like this kind of stuff, you might like some of the other videos that I've got on the channel. And it would help me out. But that's your choice. Good thing is it's free. That's the best I can offer you. Today's world with cost of groceries and gas and all that kind of crap, doing something for free that you can learn something or benefit you on a lot of leaves down there too. You can get a benefit out of something and you do it for free. It's not a bad thing, that's for sure. Woo! Hope you saw that. Wagging Tail Coffee Company. Fantastic coffees. Good drinks. Fun people. A lot of leaves down here on John Brady Drive coming into Muncie. Not hearing any more reports of flooding. Man, that lightning is just going nuts. Yeah, just not hearing any reports of even basement flooding or anything like that. We are somewhat lucky in this area. Even though the groundwater, now there's some higher water flowing down Water Street here in Muncie, going down the drains. Our water does a good job flowing and getting off our roads for the most part. There are portions of Pennsylvania that it does not, but we have a very good porous ground here that helps to absorb a lot of water. And a decent amount of water ponded up on the sides of the road here. Again, I'm in Muncie, PA. Now, lightning was looking really good earlier, not that long ago, and it somewhat has died off. Although I will say most of the storm activity has moved off to the farther east, but that line has really built up to our south. And if you're following along on radar, I am just between Hughesville and Muncie on Route 405. Heading back to Hughesville. The retaining ditches and ponds that collect all the water are doing their job. There's water all over. You might have seen that one on the right there. There's water all over the place here. I didn't need to drive an hour and a half. I could have just stayed home. But then there's no fun in chasing. You end up being a back porch chaser or watcher. Of course, that is cheaper. Gas is stupid expensive here. $3.99. I know a lot of places are worse, so I shouldn't complain about $3.99 a gallon gas, but I'm going to. Something going on now.
Station 5 alarm, Box 1894 Lowtuck Township, P2800 block ahead of Grand Road for a tree down.
Are you kidding? I just drove through there. Whatever. I'm not going back there. Would be a 27-minute drive. 28-minute drive for a tree down that probably will get cut up by a single firefighter. Although they may find wires. But again, it's, what, 3:22 in the morning? Not going to see anything outside. This is about the last road that might have, oh, there's a little bit of water. So this road also has water on it occasionally. There's a corner up ahead here that when there's high water, it normally gets covered up with water. So let's take a look, shall we? Wow. A little bit of water there. Roll the window down just a little bit so I could try to hear the thunder, but it's raining too much. Bunch of leaves on the ground on the road. Alright, now we're coming up. Well, it looks good. Frogs again. That's going to be the, that should be my, part of my logo is frogs. Always frogs in the road. Man. Try not to kill them. I don't like running over frogs. It's a waste of life. I know it might seem silly. I just don't want to run over frogs that are sitting in the road because the road is warm. Whee! Love that lightning. Yeah, folks, I will say a lot of the drainage ditches, water mitigation ditches and whatnot, there's a branch in the road. They are doing their job. At least everywhere I have been, I have not seen flooding other than, you know, some random water ponding in the road. Fire alarm at Surplus City. And we'll go back the road to the school past all the sports fields. See if there's any water across the road down here. Yeah, thank you all for jumping on here and watching this. Seen some great lightning tonight, my goodness. Flashes of lightning almost from the start. Lightning for days. Maybe not days, because I definitely miss lightning when I'm not getting it. Oh, it's very full. My goodness. We're going to turn. It's going to be tough to see because I only have my headlights, but you might see that. This whole area down in here is completely full of water. Quite a lot of water, actually. Kind of normal to have a decent amount of water in there, though. It's where it really drains. Yeah, it's coming through that parking lot and over the road here. Speed bumps. Oh, wow. It is definitely full. My goodness. Ashcar could be in trouble as far as floodwaters. I'm not going to go too close. You're not going to see it at all. But yeah, that ditch there is completely full of water. That's not going to take much more before it overflows. Yeah, it's flowing behind the school. Oh, that's going to be bad. Unfortunately, they have lots of water in the yard, and I'm going to guess that that's going to be flooding and maybe impacting some parts of the school. But it's dark and you can't see squat. We're going to go back this back parking lot here. Oh yeah, that's all flooded. This is just the parking lot. I can see the speed bump. Well, let's see what it looks like. I'm not going to see anything, are we? Well, all of this is flooded. Give me a second, folks. I'm positioning here so I can get some kind of video, because this is some pretty good water right here. I think water is bubbling up. It is bubbling up, my goodness. Okay. Let's go down here. Oh, the whole parking lot is flooded. All of the center, the gravel. think we're gonna see any of this. That right there, I'm pointing right at a spot of water that the creek is overflowing and flowing right through the grounds of Ashcar Elementary School. The playground, the blacktop is completely flooded, which means the 5th and 6th grade classrooms are likely, if they're not with water in it, it's, you know, going to be damp. And they're already having mold and water issues. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna look around here quick. That's flooding nicely there. I really hope the school isn't flooding. I mean, the heaviest of the rain is done, which is the good part. Well, folks, we're going to end it here. I'm going to have to make some phone calls and do some checking around to make sure the school isn't flooding or anything like that. Thanks for joining. I really, really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much. Storm Chaser Eli Roberts. I'm live here in the Hughesville area with some flash flooding going on.